Cuttlefish, the invisible magicians. Let's start underwater with the cuttlefish. Imagine if Harry Potter was a squid with commitment issues. These guys can change color, pattern, and even texture in less than a second. Rocks, sand, coral, they can copy it all. And just when you think it can't get weirder, they throw in a hypnotic light show to confuse prey. Like, imagine a fish thinking, wow, disco, right before it gets eaten. Oh, and fun fact, cuttlefish are technically colorblind. So, they're pulling this whole cosplay of the environment trick without even seeing colors the way we do. Absolute flex. Dragon millipede, the tiny pink war tank. Now, what could possibly top underwater invisibility disco? A hot pink bug that sweats cyanide? Yes, the dragon millipede literally leaks poison from its body. Nature made it bright pink as if to say, please notice me. Please also die if you touch me. Predators see it and think, nope, not worth the stomach ache. It's about the size of your finger, but it walks around like it's driving a tank. Honestly, the only thing stranger than a pink insect is that someone had to be the unlucky scientist to discover it. Ah yes, let me lick the neon bug, and then regretting all life choices. Electric eel, nature's taser gun. And speaking of bad ideas, let's swim over to the electric eel, which isn't even an eel, it's basically a living car battery with teeth. This thing zaps up to 600 volts, enough to knock a horse out cold. And yes, people have been knocked unconscious by them. Sometimes they leap out of the water to electrocute threats directly. Imagine fishing and suddenly being tasered by nature's own stun gun. They even use weaker electric pulses as radar in muddy rivers. Basically, they've got GPS, a flashlight, and a taser built into one slimy package. Hairy Frog, nature's Wolverine. Now, the hairy frog, which sounds adorable until you hear this. When it's threatened, it breaks its own bones to create claws that stab through its skin. Yes, an actual Marvel character in frog form. Wolverine had adamantium. This frog's like, I'll just snap my skeleton in half. Thanks. And the hair? It's not hair. It's oxygen-absorbing skin filaments that make it look like a dad who grew patchy chest hair for the first time. So, yeah, hairy frog, bone claws, self-harm superhero. The swamp is full of metal. Hummingbird, tiny jet engine. From scary frogs to the hummingbird, the only bird that looks like it's glitching when it flies. Their wings beat so fast, they can hover like helicopters, fly backwards, even upside down. Their metabolism is insane, heart rate up to 1,200 beats per minute. They basically live life in permanent cardiac arrest. And yet, they're adorable. Some species migrate across the Gulf of Mexico in one 18-hour flight. That's like flapping your arms from Texas to Florida nonstop, fueled only by sugar water. Jellyfish, the immortals. But wait, what if you didn't need sugar water because you just never die? Meet the immortal jellyfish, which can literally reset its life cycle. When stressed, it turns its adult cells back into baby cells, like hitting Control plus Z on aging. In theory, this jellyfish can live forever unless something eats it. Other jellies glow in the dark, and box jellies can kill you in minutes with venom. And remember, they don't even have brains, which means the ocean contains brainless blobs that are immortal and deadlier than us. Fun. Laysan albatross, the endless flyer. Now let's step into the sky. The Laysan albatross spends years in the air without landing, soaring across oceans using wind currents. Their wingspan is 6 feet, but their energy efficiency is so insane, they barely flap. Basically, they're the Teslas of the bird world. Infinite mileage on a single charge. Some travel the equivalent of circling Earth dozens of times in their lifetime. And they only come to land to breed. Imagine only touching the ground once every few years. You'd either be a superhero or a gamer. Lyrebird, the chainsaw karaoke master. And speaking of noise, the lyrebird. This Australian show-off doesn't just mimic bird calls. It mimics car alarms, chainsaws, camera shutters, even human voices. In logging areas, they've been recorded making the entire chainsaw plus tree crashing down soundtrack. Imagine a bird auditioning for America's Got Talent with an impression of your ex's ringtone. They use this to impress mates, which means, somewhere out there, a female lyrebird once fell in love with a perfect iPhone alarm impression. Mantis shrimp, nature's boxer. You thought Mike Tyson hit hard? Meet the mantis shrimp, a little rainbow-colored nightmare that punches with the speed of a bullet. Its claws move so fast they create shock waves that boil the water, basically turning physics into a weapon. The punch is so strong it can crack aquarium glass. Oh, and if that's not enough, their eyes see more colors than we can even comprehend, including UV and polarized light. If superheroes had mantis shrimp vision, they'd never need sunglasses again. Meerkats, the desert spy network. Meanwhile, in the desert, meerkats have built their own MI6. They live in mobs with designated lookouts, using different alarm calls for different predators. Hawk incoming versus snake in the grass. They even teach their pups how to disarm scorpions before eating them. Picture a meerkat mom dropping a live scorpion in front of her kid like, "Okay, Timmy, step 1, remove the stinger. Step 2, dinner." Their teamwork is so efficient, you wonder if humans should just hire meerkats for airport security. Naked mole rat, the undead sausages. Okay, now for the naked mole rat. Looks like a sausage left in the sun too long. But here's the kicker. They don't get cancer, don't feel certain kinds of pain, and can survive 18 minutes without oxygen by switching to plant-like metabolism. Oh, and they live in eusocial colonies with queens like ants. Basically, they're immortal wrinkly potatoes. Scientists study them like crazy because if we figure out their biology, humans might unlock cheat codes for health. Opossum, the snake venom tank. Then we have the opossum, North America's scrappy night gremlin. Opossums are immune to snake venom, including rattlesnakes. Their blood contains a peptide that neutralizes toxins, making them unkillable by venomous bites. They also play dead so dramatically they drool, foam, and smell like a corpse. Imagine acting so hard that predators just give up and walk away. Basically, they're Oscar-winning method actors with built-in anti-venom. Pistol shrimp, the sonic blaster. As if one shrimp wasn't terrifying enough, meet the pistol shrimp. It snaps its claw so fast it creates a bubble hotter than the sun's surface. That bubble collapses with a shock wave loud enough to kill prey or stun fish instantly. Whole colonies of pistol shrimp make underwater battlefields so noisy they jam sonar. And yes, this is a shrimp, not a whale, not a shark, a shrimp. Marvel really missed out by not making Shrimp Man. Plumed basilisk, the Jesus lizard. Next up, the plumed basilisk, aka the Jesus Christ lizard, because it literally runs on water. Using fringed toes and insane speed, they sprint across rivers for up to 20 meters before sinking. Scientists studied it and concluded, yeah, they're just fast enough to not sink immediately. Imagine a tiny green lizard casually walking on water while you struggle to stay afloat in the pool. Humiliating. Salamanders, the regeneration machines. Now, salamanders don't look scary, but they're hiding the greatest cheat code of all. Regeneration. Chop off their limbs, tails, even parts of their heart or brain, and they just regrow them. Perfectly. Over and over. Scientists are obsessed because this could unlock regeneration medicine for humans. Imagine losing your finger in an accident and just growing a new one like a plant sprouting leaves. Salamanders have been doing it for millions of years, like it's no big deal. Sea cucumbers, the gut bombers. Speaking of body horror, the humble sea cucumber. Threaten one, and it ejects its internal organs out of its butt. Sticky, toxic spaghetti that tangles predators. Then, like nothing happened, it regenerates its guts. Some species can literally liquefy themselves to slip through cracks. So, yes, we have ocean sausages that turn into slime, sneak away, then grow back their intestines later. Sloths, the stealth assassins. Sloths look lazy, but their slow motion is their superpower. Moving so little, predators can't even detect them. Their fur grows algae, making them green and camouflaged. And here's the kicker. They can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Up to 40 minutes. Imagine being roasted by a sloth underwater. That's humiliating. Striped polecat, the stink rocket. Meet the striped polecat, Africa's skunk on steroids. When threatened, it does a handstand, points its butt at you, and sprays chemical warfare so foul it lingers for days. The handstand is the funniest part. Predators basically get mooned before being hit with the stink bomb. It's not just defense, it's psychological warfare. Tardigrades, the space bears. Ah yes, the famous tardigrade. Microscopic water bears that survive freezing, boiling, radiation, and even outer space. When stressed, they curl into a ton state, shutting down for decades. Add water and boom, they resurrect like it's nothing. NASA literally launched them into space and they came back fine. These things are basically immortal jelly beans with legs. Water boatmen, the loudest lovers. Finally, the Caryxidae, or water boatmen. These tiny insects produce mating calls by rubbing their penis against their abdomen. The result? A sound as loud as a jackhammer, 99 decibels. That's like an insect screaming love songs louder than your neighbor's lawnmower. It's impressive and horrifying. Predators definitely hear it, but apparently for these guys, romance is worth the risk. If you've watched to this point, slam that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. This helps us to rank better in the YouTube algorithm.